Hello, hello. I'm just doing some more mucking around because on Tuesday night everything was crashing. So it seems only fair. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. We get absolutely no control here. Let's revert flight to launch once again. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Yeah, I'm just mucking around, of course, with full. You know what's going on here? Yes, there's no pilots in there. That's great. Revert flight to spaceplane hangar. Hello, PS4 Gamer 543. I think Orion is back there playing Rocket League or something on my PS4. What is going on? Oh, parts with crew capacity. Doesn't this look like it has crew capacity to you? Great, we've got more bugs. This is more bugged. Well, I just thought I'd start, or I don't know, just play around, have some fun. This is me mostly figuring out what's going wrong and why things aren't working and things like that. So we are expecting bugs, we're expecting things to crash, but hopefully the game won't be crashing anytime soon. Did anyone watch the video that we made today about the space, the eclipse, the moon? Okay, have we got crew now? Yes, now we have crew capacity there. I have no idea what was going on there. Strange. Hey, Moochie the cat. So I'm just going to adjust these flaps a little and simulate this thing. Let's simulate this vessel. Do I need a fly swatter here? Why do I need a fly swatter? We're not going to play super hot. I did say update this thing. God, it's... What the heck? I did click update like 5 times after I changed it, but clearly it's not working. Okay, so what's interesting here is my throttle is not getting any control here. Okay, but now we have some control here. So yeah, I've been working in the early era of spaceflight and everything, and this is a jet plane which I built, and I've just been trying to trim its control surfaces a little so that it doesn't turn too hard. This is a whole lot nicer. Just by cutting down the limit these things can turn, it gives me a little more control, so I can now hopefully turn it. Yeah, and it doesn't... Okay, we still get this oscillation, but it a whole lot less than the one that we had originally. So I can take this thing up and do science. I think we can already do science here. Crew report. Oh yes, we've got that. Keep that data. And analyze telemetry. Yes, let's keep that data. Great. I know, this is a tiny, tiny jet engine. This is the Derwent 5, which is... I don't know if it's based on British or German jet technology, but this is Kerbal Space Program Realistic Progression 0. And this is kind of the first jet engine you get, with the first cockpit. Pretty much this is a stage 1 aircraft. This is not Fire Spitter, this is a Realistic Progression 0, which I'm still kind of trying to learn. Now, I guess, have I got my altitude record? I have managed an altitude of 5 kilometers, and great. So I'm going to actually take this over this way and see if I can get some new... Oh no, I've already filled up my science. So I'm going to take this back and just try landing it. It's not Kerbal Stock Extension. Oh, actually, these might be part of Kerbal Stock Extension. Realistic Progression 0 essentially adds the early years of the space program. So it adds very early propeller-driven planes, jet planes, things like that, and of course sounding rockets. Okay. So, I'm going to try bringing this thing to the runway, or actually near to the runway, and just see if I can land it without killing myself. I'm going to throttle back. Wait, what the heck? What the heck? Wow, all my controls froze there for a second. What would have caused that? Electric charge? Oh wow, yeah, my controls are all freezing. Come on, give me my controls back! That is strange thing. Okay. My controls just seem to freeze once I cut thrust to 0. Oh look, now that's my controls frozen again. Excellent! We have an aviation disaster! We can do one of those, you know, documentaries of plane crashes and like, little did the pilots know that they were flying a ticking time bomb. Their passengers unaware of the danger that presented them, or whatever, right? So we get one pilot in here, at least this is a pilot. So it appears that if I throttle down, yeah, that is probably what's going on. But actually no, because my electric charge, here, hold on, let's complete this and complete this. So I have electric charge here, and if I throttle that back, I still have tons of electric charge, right? I'm gonna just like, I think I need to land on the grass, whatever, right? So let's actually just see. I'm running fine at these lower thrusts. Seconds from disaster, on an otherwise normal flight, the pilots discovered that when they throttled their engines back for landing, they suddenly had no control at all. Okay. Let's see. Oh, controls frozen, and I'm dead. That is really interesting. Did they am I supposed to connect hydraulic pumps to the battery? Seriously? Let's take a look at this space plane. Is that the issue, that you need to connect hydraulic pumps to the battery or something? Where are the... how does all this work? Flap spoiler, control deflection. Nope. 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 Engine group. Assign group ID. Group ID 1 or something. No? Okay. I'm not sure why I would do that, but let's do that. Must be a hydraulic failure indeed. Why does... I don't get why this thing was not working. I'm going to cut back then the amount of fuel on it as well. Good thing they mowed the grass. Yeah, so actually, you know, another thing I'm going to do is take these wheels and move them slightly further back. Said I'm going to move them slightly further back using the translation tool rather than perhaps the other tool. Okay, that's better. And I'm going to take this and move it slightly. Uh-oh, that's not what I want. Down you come. I said down. What the heck? Why do you want to attach there? Are you insane? I don't want to attach you there. That would be like going nose first into the ground. Ah! Okay. Frustration. I get so frustrated sometimes. Okay, let's try this again. Save. And launch. And simulate. Well, it flew fine. It took off fine. I throttled up to 100%. Oh, my big face. Oh, like, okay. Hold on. Look, let's edit the scene. I'll show you this. So now you can see my thing. Okay, now you can see my resource panel. So if you can debug this, it will be appreciated. Let's try this again. It tells me my oxygen is depleted. I'm playing Ye Olde space program here, where we're flying with ancient aircraft. It's kind of like Ancient Aliens, but with more explosions and better, more efficient hairstyles. Okay, so there we go. Look, getting airborne off of that runway. Not bad, you know, the thing flies pretty well, I think. Yeah, it still has this weird bobbing going on. Oh... Yeah, that was good. I almost lost it there. But then, okay, so we fly up. Right? Test control surfaces on the runway. So the control surfaces seem to work just fine, right? And let's point this kind of horizontal and then throttle back to like 30%. And I'll try flying it. So there's me flying it. Oh, and they're now frozen. The control surfaces are frozen. Control surfaces are frozen, and the only thing I can do is throttle to 100%, and then the control surfaces come back. How odd. good thing I have plenty of thrust so I can get out of this dive. In theory. There we go. Okay, well... Okay, and now Siri is answering a question. Siri, what does a fox say? Oh no, Siri's now shut up again. Okay. So let's try throttling down again. Actually, let's try getting in a straight line first. And yeah, and now I'm stuck again. Now my engines are stuck. In fact, my throttle shift and control is not responding, but it responds when I do Control Z or no, hit Z. I can. It's hard to tell, but there's plenty of electric charge. Look, there's tons of electric charge. Why would I want to have an Android phone? I mean, you know, Android, as we've found out, is a, you know, cesspit of insecurity and malware, right? I believe that, what do they say? Android has cornered the market on malware, with 98% of malware for mobile devices being on Android. It's pretty good. Okay, let's do this. Okay. Oh man, pitch heading, surface, vertical speed needs to flatten out. Oh man, look! You see what happened there? Okay, yeah, that's strange. So you notice that what happened there? What happened there? No, why would I want to have an Android device? Seriously, like the what I've got is a fantastic piece of hardware, and there's really nothing that compares. If you want to get an Android device, just remember that half of your apps are going to be running through a Davlik, you know, interpreted bytecode abstraction layer. Sure, you will have plenty of native software, but every now and then you'll find some app that runs really terribly and the scrolling is terrible, and you'll realize, oh yeah, it's running interpreted bytecode. Oh dear. Okay, I do have a parachute on this, right? I'll try that. Okay, vertical speed 6 meters per second, 6 meters per second. And you know what I should just do is deploy the parachute. Yes, I'll do one of those. Oh, yes, that may not be exactly the way we want to do things. Oh, come on. Nose up, nose up, nose up, nose up, nose up. Oh, excellent. Now that is a landing. It's a good thing I put that parachute on there. Yes, and do you hear that? Do you hear about the latest stage fright bug? Affects, what was it, 97% of the devices, and I hear that all the Android people are really working hard. All the developers are trying to make it. You know, Samsung, they're rolling out fixes to all their supported device, or Google, so is Xiaomi and everything. And apparently about 3% of devices will in fact get patches. So, you know, good for them. Okay, so we've got that revert flight to spaceplane hangar. I think that's going to do... I don't have any engines to swap. I do have engines to swap. I do have this XLR, whatever, pressure-fed, throttleable thing. I'm going to fly this thing and get some science. That's what I'm going to do. So I actually have to build it. So I do build, and I do build vessel. Do I like cats? Not really, I'm kind of allergic to them. But my family likes cats, so I'm going to accept that. You like the IDE in Android better than X? Well, there's several IDEs you can pick from. That's totally valid. Chances for a single stage to orbit in real-scale solar system probably depends on future drive technologies. Okay, so I actually have a jet ready to launch, but I think this is one. I'm gonna scrap this one for now. Yes, I want to scrap this vessel because I've tuned this one just a bit. Warp to complete. No, we have 2 cats, but I don't, you know, that doesn't mean that I'm not allergic to cats. That's why you'll sometimes find me being rather sniffly. It's because cats. Cats and their dander doing all sorts of things to me. Okay. So we have a pilot. This is the important one. You know what? We should probably not have any of these guys. Okay. No, Real Solar System attempts to go for realistic, you know, stuff. Yes, it's true that I was a DJ, but it was mostly a spare time thing. So yeah, just checking. Look, like, so the control surfaces work right now. Wait a second. Let's press X. Yep, those control surfaces work right now. Unfortunately, I don't see any way to get myself flat on the runway. Come on. Maybe I can bounce it. Bounce! Come on! Come on! So, guess who I had beers with today? I want to have it at least start in the right direction. Come on. Anyone want to guess who I had beer with today? Yes! Yes! Oh, excellent. Excellent. Okay. Ah. Yeah, I gotta get out and jump on the nose, right? We got a bunch of numbers here. Oh, but beers, by the way, today is Mama's Little Yellow Pills. Mama's Little Yellow Pills. Wow, those are all people, and several of them you know are in completely the wrong place. Now, I had lunch with Nassau, if you remember Nassau, who does awesome Kerbal videos. I didn't have lunch, I had beers, really. So actually, let's do the mission. We're ready to go. Oh, brakes, disable the brakes. Enable stability control. Oh, and it lifts off with a real burst of speed. Frances Peters is my pilot, and she is the most qualified Kerbal in my corporation. There we go. Now, yeah, we got off that runway there. It's good that it has pretty darn good stuff, thrust to weight ratio. Why do... You know what? Here's the thing. You should totally go and watch the final Daily Show, because you will be able to watch this one again, and I'm going to watch the final Daily Show when it comes on here on the West Coast, which I presume is later, right? Why am I not on KSP TV? The reason is I can never schedule anything ever. I have real problems, and Kerbal Space Program TV, they really like people to have regular time slots, and that's just what happens. It's not because, you know, they did ask me, would you ever like to stream? And I'm like, hell yes! Can you give us a time slot? No! I'm not even supposed to be playing this. My wife's out doing a singing class. Okay, so we've done our altitude thing, so I want to actually collect crew report and... oh, telemetry. Oh, we've got all that. Okay, reset. So we should try flying somewhere. I'm going to fly out over... Actually, we should fly out over the ocean, right? That's what we should do, because that's most likely to give me the data that I need. You know, yes, Adam Savage is probably... I know him, he probably doesn't know me. That's the thing, right? I know they follow, or they subscribe to me on YouTube, but I think that was a misclick. I mean, they're awesome, but it's unlikely that we're gonna, you know, get to know each other anytime soon, but maybe. It is the Bay Area, and I do know people who know people, and you never know when you know people who know people. You might know the right person. Okay, this thing does still wobble a little. I guess I could make it go higher. Taking you higher. What would Donald Trump the Kerbal be like? I don't know. I'm not sure he would qualify for the space program because of his lack of understanding of science and basic economics. Oh, Adam loves space, but I mean, I would love to see Adam's spacesuit collection, and I'm sure he probably knows a lot more than I do about spacesuits, but I probably know a lot more about rockets than he does. I'm trying to get more data. Oh, look, so now we've got data here, so I'm going to keep that data. Analyze telemetry, got that, keep that data. So now we can return home with some science, right? This is part of Realistic Progression 0. I'm not sure which mod actually gives these parts. Okay. So let's see how close I can get to the runway. I think it's pretty clear that many of the people in the debate that I saw clearly value ideology over any understanding of economics. That's the problem, and there's, you know, that's unfortunate because they want to get elected rather than actually trying to fix some of the problems they are dealing with. They could potentially deal with. Okay. Throttle to 0. Parachute! Parachute! And the controls froze! The controls froze! Oh good, I can revert this to launch again. Oh man! Don't pull, and I've been invited to go to something to meet somebody, and one of the staff, or meet a bunch of people at a company, and one of them actually is called Amelia Earhart, and she did actually fly aircraft and was apparently one of the youngest women to fly an aircraft around the world. It's yes, frozen controls does make things fun. Okay, once again, let's just see crew report. Oh, we've got it. Keep data, analyze telemetry, keep that data, and then let's throttle back to 0, and then we'll deploy the chute. Hopefully. Oh, there's the controls freezing. There is the parachute deploying. Can I try thrust limit? Oh, that is a great idea! Oh! Oh my god, that is Kenneth 1! You are a genius! I should absolutely try that. Yes. Well, it doesn't matter, we survived that. Now we can actually collect our science. No target. Apparently I can't turn on the brakes. I like this. It's completely frozen. It's just like not doing anything. Can I EVA? Oh, that works. If I drop down? Recover vessel! Yes. Yeah, it is unfortunate the way, you know, I've pointed out several times the way politics works is actually not necessarily the best way to get the best people for the job elected. But that's probably never going to get resolved because of so many, you know, things. Okay, so let's try building a rocket plane. Because, you know, now we actually want to get some altitude and speed records and stuff like this, right? So let's start with a new profile. We have this cockpit. Conic cockpit, look at that, eh? Not sure that is the best textures there. Pardon me. Okay, so we want to use this engine here, right? How does that work? Let's just look at the UI for it. Show the GUI. It has ethanol. Oh, ethanol! Excellent! I have some ethanol here. Ethanol. Yep, sorry this isn't going to be the most amazing stream ever, but I figured why not? I mean, what really happened was I was facing the prospect of trying to make an interesting video, and I was just like, can't be bothered. Let's make this a cone. Let's just go straight to the cone design. 1, 2, 2. Yeah, Jon Stewart finishing on the Daily Show. That is a serious landmark. Okay, and now the bottom size should be smaller. I'm gonna try building something like this. Why not, right? It's gonna look like a bullet. It's gonna be 0.625. There we go. Okay, now this thing, we need to come up with a suitable texture. Oh, you know what texture we need? We need... there, orange. So at least it looks at least somewhat like Glamorous Glennis. Okay, and we'll fill it with 100% ethanol. Sweet. I think there is plenty of voice of reasons out there for various reasons. Okay, I wonder, does this what's the thrust to weight ratio in this thing? Delta V, vessel info, Delta V stats. Okay, Delta V stats says... Oh, thrust to weight is 1.05, so this thing could actually fly on its own. Maybe I should just make like a rocket that flies with a person inside it. That's what I'm gonna do, never mind an aircraft. Okay, no, I'm gonna make an aircraft. So... procedural wing. I'm gonna put parachute on it just in case. So we're gonna start with these, and then adjust their size. This is of course good old-fashioned procedural wings. These might be longer and thicker than we need. I'm gonna definitely make them super thin at the tip. Okay, how are we doing in terms of center of mass, center of lift? Center of lift is a little far forwards there. Let's just slide these backwards. Okay, let's actually put on some tailplanes. Tailplane winglet. Let's do that. How's that? A V-type tailplane. That's probably going to totally kill me. But I'm curious to see how this thing flies. Oh yeah, no, I need these moved backwards. Am I excited for Star Citizen at Gamescom? I am excited, but I'm just well, I mean, I'm interested, let's say. I'm kind of concerned, but we'll see. Let's move this back a little. There. Now that's looking more like it. Let's put some control surfaces on there. Let's just put these tiny little elevons on here. This is a good place to start, right? And of course we need now some undercarriage on this thing. Oh, could we use a Tiny Tim booster on this? Oh yes, we could totally boost this and then fire that main engine. That might be the way to work. Let's do that. Let's put a... Let's put procedural stack decoupler. Okay. There we go. And it sounds like Orion is now watching Jacksepticeye in the background, just in case you're wondering. Who I have some appreciation for. Maybe add some fins as horizontal stabilizers. I think I might add some little ones. Let's just put these near the back, just in case. Basic fins. That should at least keep us somewhat stable. That should increase our stability just a bit. I've tried my best, but this center of lift is still too far forwards. Well, what I said was I am amazed that the power of his energy is able to frequently overcome the laws of physics. Except when it doesn't and he falls victim to them. Let's put a parachute on it, just in case. Parachute, right on the back here. I think this is totally going to work. Let's now put... Oh, wait a second. Thrust to weight ratio is 0.18. That first stage fires at 6 Gs, gets me to 41 meters per second. So let's just fire this off like a test launch rig, right? So where do we attach it? We attach it here, right? And then we'll take the whole thing. We don't want to do it truly vertical. We want to do it pretty vertical. Okay, so there's that, and then this goes together, and this goes here, and then this launches. The reason these engines are in the same stage, actually this may not be, we'll see how this works. Because of the whole, because of the way the engines work, sometimes you need them on the same stage to make sure that they're firing. But in the Bell X1, the engine was actually pressure driven, so it shouldn't suffer from the problems that we've had with other ones. I'm just feed pressure okay. It has multiple restarts. Pressure fed, ignitions 4, not subject to ullage. So actually, yeah, I can totally put this in its own stage. Let's do that. Da 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 da. Okay, so Bluebell X1. Let's call it Glamorous Glennis. I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna fire it and see what happens. Simulate. Let's just simulate it. Ready? Da 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 da. Okay, Glows, are we ready? Throttle to 100%. Oh, no stability control because this pilot is not a. This guy's not a pilot. And go. Go. Come on, come on. Come on. Get your stuff. Get your speed up. You know you want to get your nose up. Parachute, parachute, parachute. I like how the thing drags along the runway there. Yes, we are using a mod that respects ullage conditions, but as I pointed out, the Bell X1 used a pressure-fed system. Now, the later Bell X1s, they actually added a turbo pump, which meant they could save mass. So the original Bell, they had these big, heavy liquid oxygen tanks that would push everything through the engine, right? And in the later ones, when they wanted to make everything faster, they added an actual turbo pump, which meant that they didn't need to do thing. Yeah, I could build an airdrop thing for it, but you see now it has trouble. Okay. Great success! It's up! And blown up! What we could do, of course, to make this better, is just add more of these. See that? This will improve my situation. So, I'm gonna throttle it down to like 37%. 39... 38. Okay, so 38, 37, 38. Okay. The nose may be too heavy, but actually, weren't we having trouble earlier getting the center of lift far enough back? If I move these forwards, then it might actually help. I mean, part of the problem is that when we're firing it early on, we are pitching upwards, and that's going to be unstable because the center of mass is so far back. Well, let's try this. I only have 3. Have I seen any Danny 2462? Yes. I know, I'm just being... honestly, I'm really quite enjoying not having any great expectations for a while. Okay, let's try this. Ready? And... go. Yes! Come on, get yourself stable, get yourself stable. What is up with that thing? Okay, we kinda got some sort of stability, but... oh, we're in a flat spin! Come on, open! Open! I'm sure that would have worked really well if the game hadn't decided to run really slowly. Yeah, so there was like a second generation X1. If you didn't know, they basically were lighter and faster and everything. Okay, let's try this again and go. Why is it flickering like that? I don't get it. Flat spin. Oh, yeah, flat spin. Why is it suddenly getting all jerky? No, it's actually the tail. I suspect that the tail is the issue. We could attach the Tiny Tims to the wings instead. Let's try that, right? Oh, but we now need decouplers that are radial decouplers. Do we have those? Octagonal struts. Oh yeah, we have these radial decouplers. Let's do that. Let's have them attached on the wingtips. Yeah, you guys are okay with me playing this and being bad because, you know, I kind of enjoy playing this and not necessarily being perfect at everything. Because, frankly, the weight of expectations can be rather stressful for, you know, a young man such as myself. Okay, let's try this. There we go. Of course, what I should do is actually move this whole thing forwards. There. So now actually the center of mass is further forward. So these all fire, then these fire, then the engine fires. And I'm going to take another one of these. What I'm going to do actually is add some more tailplanes here. Go as far back as it'll let me. Oh. Said as far back as you will let me. Okay. Okay. Well, it's here's the thing. I could go with the obvious thing, right? I could just build a rocket and break all the records, but I really quite enjoy trying to build interesting things. Would I ever play From the Depths? I mean, would I ever play From the Depths again? I don't know. I just don't have a great deal of time to play games that I just don't have a great deal of time to play games. That's really what it is. Okay, and go. Oh, now it's even more unstable. Why is it doing this? Why is it jerking like that? That's so uncool. Come on. Come on, you know you want to do it. Oh, it's wobbling, it's wobbling. Okay, come on, over this way, over this way, over this way. That's right, this is the way you want to go. Right, now hold yourself straight. Don't go into a flat spin, whatever you do, don't go into a flat spin. Get that nose up. Get that nose up. Oh, no, your nose is not coming up. Parachute. No, the lag, I don't know where that lag is coming from. The frame rate, I don't know what is going on with the frame rate or anything. It's really, really strange. I'm certainly not going to lower the physics frame. Like I've got the physics granularity at the lowest that it will go, I think. I said it straight away. Yeah, is there a way to edit the smoke? I think whoever put on Real Plume, that might be actually responsible for this thing. I suspect it is the particle effect, because using 3 of these is worse than using 1. It's not a did someone... I did something Star Citizen and Elite, and Eve didn't even do. What did you do, Major Storm? What did you do, Major Storm? We need to know. Here's the thing, it seems to be freezing up. I suspect that it's running out of memory already. Let's just take a look. Let's bring up the task manager to see. No, it's only 2.6 gigabytes. Megabytes. Megabytes! Remember when megabytes were a lot? How with smoke screen, is there a way to do that here? That's deadly re-entry. Okay, that's not it. Connected living spaces. Oh wait, is there no, there's where's the icon? There's usually an icon floating around there somewhere that I can use to edit things. Apparently it's chosen to hide itself. You see, that is a glitch there. Yes, megabytes, 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 megabytes. Oh, darn. Need... Well, the other obvious thing to do is to add wings below. There. How about that? That will make it fly more like a missile. Actually, that code is not correct. Dead Pixel. Bill Gates specifically said 640k should be enough for anyone. Okay, so I was missing. What was he claiming that things did? I did something. I'm gonna read what Major Storm is claiming because he's probably full of BS, really. I made a skybox that puts stars based on where they are. Yes, sorry, Eve has done that forever, and so does Elite. Elite does that as well. The only one that doesn't do it is Star Citizen, and I suspect that that will happen because they talk about it. So yes, sorry. As cool as that is, I don't want to discourage you. You aren't doing anything that you aren't beating 2 of your 3 claimants. Let's try this now. Yeah, the particle effects, I think, are what's responsible for this terrible thing. Get yourself straight here. Get a little bit of an oscillation. I can hold it! I can hold it! Come on! I just gotta get that nose up. Oh, I love it! I love that I literally lost wings on the building there. That's pretty funny. Yeah, Dead Pixel, Bill Gates specifically said 640k. More messages below. There we go. Okay. Can you... is there a way to change them from these menus here that are available to me? Okay, but before that, what I'm gonna do is take these wings and move them back. It says we're nose heavy, but you know what? We are clearly unstable. Oh yes, my pills. Forgot about that. Oh, that's so good. Why would I bring my wings further forward? That would make it less stable. Oh yeah, I should be able to fly with SAS if I decided to put a pilot in there who knew what he was doing. Okay, now we might be getting a little more control here. Okay, this feels like more control. If it will just stop pausing every few seconds, I can actually get this thing to perhaps get some altitude and break sound barriers and things like that. Break down some barriers. There we go. Bit of a high angle of attack there, but it is... oh dear. Oh no, 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 no. Get yourself and keep yourself under control here. So, yeah, look, you see if you get in this, like, lateral oscillations, then you can find yourself randomly rolling from left to right. But what I want to do is just get myself going in a straight line and see if I can set some speed records as a Kerbal pilot. Come on. Oh, look. Oh no, I thought for a second we might be missing a wing. Okay, here we go. Here we go. If I can just hold that... of course we're going to be ditching over the ocean, I think. That might be a bad plan. Look at us go. What is our... now what is our thrust to weight ratio? I'm terrified to try turning this thing because I think it seems too sensitive when I try turning it. There we go. Control surfaces are definitely too strong. That's half the fun. Okay, we're gonna head back over Florida here because there's a bunch of old people that I want to freak out with something they've never heard of. It's called a sonic boom. There we go. Yeah, we're gonna be going to the various communities. The roll on this is just insane. I suspect that if I had... I suspect that if I was using stability control, it would be just going insane. Look at us, we're approaching the sound barrier! We didn't even need a plane to lift us up to altitude. And of course, and we're also running off of something called ethanol and liquid oxygen. The power of ethanol. Okay, you know what? I need to get more altitude, I think. So I'm gonna take this thing up. You know what's really interesting is this thing is incredibly stable once if I let go of it, right? It literally just sits there, but we're having trouble like pushing through the sound barrier. So I'm gonna try and get up to like 30,000 feet, so at least I maybe set an altitude record here. So at least I will get some reward. Any space or science news? Well, I hear that Orbital Systems have taken delivery of some new engines for their Antares rockets. They're no longer going with the refurbished engines from the Soviet space program. They've got actual rocket engines that are kind of modern and, you know, should be awesome and cool. So we should be getting the report on the Antares launch failure in the next couple of weeks, as far as I hear. Okay, come on. Just want this to perhaps get a little closer to the sound barrier before the engine burns out. I'm just letting it kind of go in a ballistic curve. Oh, can't quite get through that sound barrier. Okay. Still... how accurate is the topography? Well, right now I have the lowest resolution textures because I'm struggling with memory issues. Yeah, I don't think I should have put these canards on the rear because that just makes it incredibly difficult to fly. If those were more... I think if those were a lot smaller, I would have had an easier time flying this thing. It actually seems to fly pretty well at this point. Should you get an Alienware? If you want a PC that's and you don't want to build your own, Alienware aren't so bad. But at the same time, you know, Alienware, it is basically a Dell. Right? It's just like a premium brand for Dell now. That's the thing. So I think Alienware is just like, if you want to pay more money, certainly, you know, for gaming, there's plenty of options. I'm a big fan of building your own system. That's what I would say. And you know, Intel have introduced new Skylake hardware. You know, I think I'm going to try turning this back. Oh, wow, look at this. Okay, I'm going to try turning this around back towards my runway. Oh, man, okay. Fine control. Fine controls just don't work either. There we go. Fine control barely give me some control here. Okay, 200 meters per second. It's really easy to build a computer. The main... everything is really easy to plug in, and it's actually very hard to plug things in the wrong way. The most important thing if you're building your own computer, though, is don't skimp on the power supply. There's a lot of really cheap power supplies you'll find on eBay that are basically garbage. It's very important that you do not end up with a cheap-ass power supply that is a piece of crap, because what will happen is that power supply is the one component in your entire system that can destroy your entire computer, right? So Part Picker is a website which will tell you, you know, the best bits to get. It is well worth perusing, let's say. You don't need to get a nice case, you just need to get a decent box size case. Doesn't matter what color it is, doesn't matter how many lights. Forget about lights, they're not necessary. Save money on your CPU, spend money on your GPU. Kerbal Space Program is of course the exception to this because it is heavily CPU bound, but maybe with the next version of Unity there might be a little less of that, although I doubt it. Don't get a small case. Also, go for a monitor, get a cheap 1080p monitor. What is that sound? I don't think I'm going to be able to glide 20 kilometers, but I am doing a pretty good job at gliding here. 1500 meters per second and a 5-degree glide. I should at least be able to make it back to that area there. That's a good one. Build your own computer in a dresser. But yeah, it's important to get a decent power supply, because you'll also find that some of the better graphics cards will need a really good power supply. So if you try to power some of these really good graphics cards from a terrible power supply, you will suddenly find that you do not have the connectors you need. And then you will be, as they say, up the creek without a paddle. You'll need to buy a new... I'm not going to try landing this on the Hudson. It would be kind of fun to do that, right? I would actually like... I was actually looking for a decent B-29 because I wanted to try building an X1 clone. But I just realized it was going to be too much stress to try building like an accurate B-29. I also had thought, well, maybe tonight I could build a Stratolaunch. That would be kind of interesting, building a legit looking Stratolaunch vehicle. Again, it was going to be too much hard work. So I just thought, let's do a live stream where I fly some aircraft around and stuff. How much power do you need for Dual Titans? You need all the power. You need over 9,000 powers, right? Over 9,000 powers is what you need. Just kidding, of course. I was actually thinking of doing a video specifically talking about power, because people use a lot of terms for energy and power and they don't actually know how they all interrelate. Like obviously people use kilowatts, for example, or watts and kilowatts to measure power that's pulled by things. And if you're working in air conditioning and stuff, or heating, then you'll know about BTUs, British Thermal Units. If you work in cars, you'll know about horsepower, right? These are all units of power. If you work in particle physics, you're going to talk in electron volts, which is a unit of energy rather than power. But it, interestingly enough, is the power produced by an electron being pushed along by 1 volt. So yeah, a lot of... I just thought there was a huge video to be done talking about these things. Could also talk about megatons. Obviously, nuclear weapons, energy measured in tons of TNT. Okay, starting to get close. I'm going to lift myself up a little now and then deploy the chute when I start to stall. Because I don't actually have any landing gear on this aircraft, and at this speed, it would be fatal. I kind of would like to have some landing skids, I have to say. Okay, let's do this. There we go. Slow everything down. I love deploying parachutes and slowing aircraft down. It's really kind of nice. Oh yeah, earthquake moment magnitude. Absolutely right. Yeah. And obviously in astronomy we talk in terms of solar, like stellar luminosities and things like that. So there's all these things and they all interrelate, and you could have a diagram with like electron volts, or actually Planck energy, and then you have electron volts, and then watts, BTUs, horsepowers, megatons, things like that. There's a whole lot of things. And then pirate ninjas, absolutely. Yes, the pirate ninjas was what I was really going to get to. I actually think that thing flies pretty well, but it has those tail wings make it incredibly unstable. So what I need to do is yeah, awesome guy, you've said this like 4 times. Awesome guy, 20,011. I have seen what you said 4 times. You don't need to keep repeating it, right? But yes, it is absolutely what happens. Return without landing on the moon. You burn up in the atmosphere. I will say that when I first landed on the moon, we did not have the problem of burning up in the atmosphere. But we also didn't have landing gear. Okay, so I gotta figure out a way to make this better. Do I have a plan for that? Good question. As long I plan, first of all, to be alive. That would be a good thing. Okay. I'm just trying to think. Oh, calories. Calories is another excellent measure of energy production. Okay, let's strap on some more boosters. Because more boosters means more betterers. What was I thinking? There was something I wanted to do here. I did get a record, right? Yes, I got more vessel complete. And I got crew altitude record of 5 kilometers. Didn't I get 10 kilometers? I thought I got to 10 kilometers. Darn, I think I need to go and do that again. Oh no, that was a simulated one. Okay, so I think that's us pretty close to a simulated vehicle. We've got that lander. What was I wanted to do here? There was something I wanted to add to this. Well, first of all, I wanted to add an actual pilot. Get out of there, Tony. Francis is my lady. She's going to be the one to do this. Okay. Well, the problem is putting the parachute over the center of mass is that I'm going to burn all my fuel out, and then my center of mass is going to change. So I'm just saying, forget about that. Forget about that. We're going to put as much fuel. How do I feel about our impending doom on September 24th? Ha! No such thing. No impending doom. Okay. Okay. The good combination of AMD is way better than anything it mixes, mostly because AMD likes to exaggerate with 16-core CPUs and whatnot. Yeah, AMD is not doing too well on that front. What? I had something in... Oh, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to take these winglets and just make them super, super weak, right? I think this is what I need here. Maybe I'll do it 10%, right? So I'm going to move these down to 10% functionality. And I suspect that will... Oh, wait, 15%. No. 10%. Thank you. Might want to cut down the strength mass a little, just to see if I can push this thing through the sound barrier. And get rid of this, actually. Get rid of these. I think we are going to be fine using these. I'm going to cut the strength mass just a little on these tailplanes. Okay, and we're gonna launch this now. I fixed the pitch on those. So we're gonna actually fly this. You want a birthday to be on the 20th of July? Can I ban Ray? That would be effort. What? What? Who's Ray? Is Ray just being a, terrible thing? Effort. Oh, whatever. You know what? My daughter is elsewhere. Whatever. I don't care. Like, whatever. It is actually annoying. Let's just do that. Oh, wow. It's just one button. Huh? Okay. Yeah, I was being a bit of a jerk, but whatever. It's like, oh, he's trying to freak me out. It's like, he can't troll me, right? I grown up on something awful. I haven't grown up on it, but I've spent forever on something awful. There's no way you control me, right? Anyway. Okay, so we're getting ready for another launch here. And we've got to wait for the next day. Wait for the next morning. And on a beautiful morning, there's the sun arising. We're ready to launch and make... Are you ready to set some records? We're ready to set some Wait, remove you. Add Francis. There you go. Launch. Now we're about to set some records here. What do I think of quantum death? Well... I wouldn't say it's as great as it is. It's now full of a bunch of lawyers and stuff that have grown up. That's really what we're dealing with on Something Awful, which is good. Oh dear. Okay, get yourself nose down. Gonna nose down, nose down, nose down, nose down. Pitch your nose down. Yes. Excellent. Oh, okay, come on now. Now we need you to start picking up speed again. Okay. Okay, so now, I think actually 10% was too little now, because I don't have the kind of control that I really need here. This is why it would be nice to adjust these things in flight. Slow down! Slow down! Slow down! Oh dear. That's pretty funny. I think it's really funny that people come in to troll because, like, you can't troll me. Like, whatever. Like, I don't care. Yep, a whole account for that. The funny thing is, you know, my daughter probably will be incredibly hot because, you know, she's got my DNA. But, you know, I will also be a very protective dad, I'm sure. Okay. Let's try. I wish I could adjust these things. They're now, I've now made them too weak. Do I love fudge? I don't know. That isn't what I intended to do there. Oh, yes. Come on! Oh, what? How did you die? Everything else... Okay. That's super funny. Okay. The artificial intelligence or the idiocracy? Ah, yes, well, that's a good question. We already have an idiocracy. She is at camp with a bunch of other girls. She is modeling herself on Artemis, the goddess of awesomeness or something. Okay. What is my thrust to weight ratio here? Is it sufficient to get going? Well, obviously I picked my wife in part because of her hotness as well. So, yes, she will have my DNA and my wife's DNA, and therefore she will be quite simply having to fight off the boys. And, of course, I will be there to make sure that, you know, we pick the good ones. Okay, and then, once again... Slow yourself. This is where I would really like to be dumping fuel. Let's see what's gonna happen here. That's good. Okay. It's gonna hang down on its tail, come down a little too fast, and then if I throttle up, I can land it safely. Plus the boys know I've killed 12 men, not including Indians and That's terrible! Oh my god, that is hilarious and terrible at the same time. What is that a quote from? Yeah. There we go. Perfect landing. Oh, dear, 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 dear. Okay, revert to the spaceplane hangar. That's so funny. No, that's not true. No, most of the DNA, right. Do you know what the difference is between an X gene and a Y gene, right? If you imagine, like, the X chromosome versus the Y chromosome, there's only, like, the one, and the difference is, like, that much, right? So here's a Y chromosome, and here's like the X or whatever, right? It's like it's just a little bit in the end, but it's still 50-50. Trust me, right? Okay, well, I need these things to be stronger, don't I? Let's do 25. This is why I should have simulated the whole thing again. But I thought I had the thing sorted. Oh, you know what? We should just shut the roll down. That's what I should do. Let's do like 40% on yaw pitch, and then roll should be like 5%. That's a better plan. Okay, so let's do that. 5% and 40%. Let's simulate this thing. Simulate! Oh, wait a second. Let's fix these as well, because the other problem I have with this is that it's pitching straight upwards. Because these things are attached in the wrong place. So I can just grab this and slide them upwards. I said slide them upwards. Okay, so now it's going to pitch downwards. That may not be the best idea, but let's try it. Okay. Okay, anyway. Oh dear. I think it's super funny that someone would come in here and keep doing that. Yes. Whatever. I never get that trolling. All it is trolling through repetition, or comedy through repetition. And then there's comedy through repetition. And then there's comedy through repetition. And then there's comedy through repetition. What? There's no pilot. What? Wait, what? This is let me just see. Yeah, parts with crew capacity 0. No crew. Okay, so save, load this again. This is really funny. The Bluebell X1. Now let's see if I can actually put some crew in it. Crew? Ah, there we go. No, Tony! We don't want you, we want Frances, because she is a hot shot pilot. Then there's comedy through repetition. Well, I will point out that I got my DNA from my mum and dad, and they're pretty awesome people, right? And, you know, honestly, hotness only goes so far. Okay, let's try this. I think this is a better launch. This is a much better launch, assuming it doesn't crash immediately. There we go. Excellent. And you know what's awesome? Is that I performed that launch and banned someone at the same time. So, like, it just shows you how little the trolling is actually mattering, right? I just casually, while flying the spacecraft, just went, clicked over, oh, ban. Right? Isn't that awesome? Okay. And then there's comedy. So Elite Dangerous Horizons. It is kind of interesting that they've kind of revealed what their model is. That they're doing this whole seasons idea, where they're basically going to be charging the same price as a full price game every year. Slightly cheaper if you've got the previous versions, but you know, it's an expensive expansion, and it's going to add landing on airless worlds. I hope they add series, because me and David Braben had a big long talk about series, and we're big fans. But yeah, I'm obviously looking forward to it. I'm also looking forward to close quarters combat, because I don't really have as much time as I'd like to play Elite. In fact, I would have been playing Elite if I had it up to date and everything up and all installed. No, it is not a broccoli t-shirt. It is an Oakland t-shirt, which means it contains cranes and everything in it. Yes. Well, you know the other golden rule of comedy after comedy through repetition is you can answer any question with a single answer and turn it into a joke. Ask me a question. Go on. Ask me a question. What is super hot? Fish. It's true. The word fish, when you answer a question with it, becomes instant comedy, right? So the trick is you apply anything with the answer fish and it suddenly becomes surrealist comedy. So there, look, this thing now flies really nicely. We're going to get some real altitude here. And then hopefully we're going to pick up some speed records here. So, got my speed record. Contract complete. Finally. Complete. And I'm going to do crew report and analyze telemetry. Okay, never mind. Reset those. Okay, now, how high should I go? Should I try to go for 20 kilometers? Do I like PewDiePie? I find it... he's not really to my taste, but, you know, he seems to be like a solid guy. He's not, an a-hole. He's not completely self-obsessed like certain other YouTubers. He actually seems... the more I find out about him, the more humble he appears to be, and I think that's good, because I think humility is a quality that is missing from many people that want to be super famous on YouTube. And I will point out that I try to be humble, but frequently fail. Okay, well, I'm gonna bring this thing out of its pitch-up maneuver, and now gonna let the engine kick in, and now we're gonna break some speed records here. We set a speed record now. Yeah, PewDiePie is technically owned by Disney, but I wouldn't read too much into that, to be honest. Look at him. Look at her go there. So now I'm gonna let this thing kind of just cruise over into a dive. If PewDiePie would order... yeah, I don't know. I do think it's really funny because I obviously, coming from something awful, I am an expert in trolling. And this guy is like super lightweight. It's really like funny how amateurish his trolling skills are. And we're about to burn out. Oh, and we're slowing down. I was hoping that we would go into a dive and perhaps pick up some real speed here. Yeah, it's... Well, basically, Pewdie's network ended up getting bought by Disney. So what happens is there's all these things called MCNs, multi-channel networks, and what they do is they take all these channels and you become a member of these, and then they, in theory, vet all your channels and make sure that you're dealing in copyrights and everything correctly, and they take, 20, 30, 40% off the top, right? This is really common. Most of the MCNs, they will come in, they'll say, hey, we'll help you monetize your content, and they'll take 40% of your money on top of the 40% that YouTube takes. So YouTube automatically takes 40% of the money from it. So MCNs are typically starting out trying to take 40% or thereabouts. They'll tell you that they're going to help you with agents and like get you deals and things like that, and truthfully they don't. What they will give you though is they'll frequently have like music libraries and video clip libraries and things like that, and forums and stuff. But I have had my network help me and put me in touch with things. For example, the Sphero videos, those guys actually, they got me that. They came up and they said, hey, this is one of our YouTubers, he's perfect for it. Yeah, so so 40% of the 60%, 40% of the 60% left is 24%. That's what they get, and you get, 36% or whatever if you're original. It's really, a dubious business. I will say that if you really want to get into YouTube, then don't jump at the first MCN deal that comes from you. Just join YouTube's monetization program, right? Join YouTube's partner program, because they won't take anything off of the top beyond 40% that YouTube takes anyway, right? So that's so much better, basically. Now, the only downside to that is that, in my experience, sometimes it takes a while for videos to get validated, and then they will randomly say, you can't monetize this video because we think it's copyrighted, and there appears to be no rule, no rhyme nor reason to this in my experience. And in fact, I remember very specifically I had a Take on Mars video with the whole contract, big legalese contract that explained, you know, just the rights and everything, and I sent it to the guys at YouTube, and they pretty much didn't even read it, right? They just didn't bother reading it. They just kept saying back, "Can you send us proof that you're allowed to do it?" Yes. If you ask a lawyer, he will say that that is proof. So anyway, yeah, just don't go with any MCMs, because most of them are just out to take your money and not really help you very much. Once you get up to like 100,000 followers, then that's the time, and then you start looking around, right? You have to be careful and make sure that you're picking the best option and play them off against each other, right? You'll probably end up with multiple offers, and you'll just say, listen, this network is offering me this much. You know, this network is offering me this much. What can you do? So don't bother joining an MCM for a small channel. Just do YouTube. You'll find out that half your videos don't get monetized, but on the bright side, those videos won't have commercials on them, so people will like them more and you'll feel like a really cool person. Okay, so I'm just slowing down now. This flies pretty well. Yes, Syzygy is a astronomical alignment of multiple celestial bodies. All I'm hearing is Orion watching Jacksepticeye, and I much preferred it when all I could hear was Orion playing Rocket League, to be honest, because at least I knew he was playing a game. I don't think the Bell X1 glide as well as this. Is YouTube a legitimate source of income? No, do not ever consider YouTube a legitimate source of income. I'll tell you why. Because I make a decent amount of money off of YouTube, but I make much more money from being a software developer. And that's simply, you know, if you have the skills to do well at YouTube, you are also going to have the skills to do great stuff in any other career. Oh yes. Yeah, Rocket League is hilarious. I don't really care. I just put the ads on there because most of the money that does come in is better to go for, you know, is going for the kids. That is really hilarious. Teach a man to YouTube and he can make some cash. Teach a man to build YouTube and he can make way more cash. That is so profound. Holy moly. Yeah, it's a good hobby for extra cash, and I honestly I get very worried when I see kids that think that YouTube is the way for them to go, because it also is not a long-term career by any measure, right? Okay. What do I think of Patreon? I think it's totally valid. I haven't quite got around to doing it because I never have any free time and I don't have enough speed because I ditched my rockets. I think there's a lot. Yes. Close. Oh, we're in simulation mode. Revert flight, spaceplane hangar. Yeah, I actually started a fun channel and then never put anything out of it. Okay. Okay, let's build this. Let's go for something. Okay, exit. You have a sudden hankering for peanut butter? Oh wait, is that peanut butter? I'm sorry, it's really hard to read. Bread and butter, sorry. What's this? Oh, Bluebell is now complete. Spaceplane hangar. Oh no, we gotta kill this one. clothes. I'm gonna scrap that because it's just terrible. I have no fun? What do you mean I have no fun? What do you mean by no fun? No more hot channel. I've no time for fun channels, that's the thing. Oh, beans on toast, I tell you. Any movie recommendations? Ant-Man! Ant-Man is great. You should totally go and see Ant-Man if you haven't seen it, obviously. It's thoroughly entertaining from start to finish. You've been tasked with learning Python. I have 10 days. What do? You start with other people's programs and then you copy them and you make them work better. Also, Python, indentation is everything. Right? Indentation is everything, but copy other people's code. That's really what's going to make you an awesome Python coder. That is cool. It just means that, like, I work at the office and I make Apple do amazing things, and then I get home and then I work with the kids, and then I make videos and things like that, right? Import everything, write nothing, absolutely, and then be very careful with your tabs, very important. Python is really easy. The only problem I have is that frequently I keep on adding extraneous semicolons to the end of lines. Python's great, and you know, I learned it for all sorts of reasons. Did some really cool stuff. Okay. I mean, seriously, you know, a thing that I like to advise is to get some sort of game engine and learn in that, because that's always a good thing. Also, make sure you have a decent IDE. No, I earn more than minimum wage from YouTube, but I happen to live in a part of the world where people leave college with a computer science degree and their first job is $100,000 per year. That's what's considered normal in the Bay Area. But yeah. Yeah, I know decent. Okay, so I will say that I develop everything in Vim or VI or whatever variant of VI I have, right? But I certainly don't advise that for everyone, because having access to like tab completions for your imports and things like that is really a powerful thing from a learning point of view, right? It really helps the learners, even if I find that it kind of gets in the way of someone like, that's really got to be quite an expert in it. What obscure mod gave you that? Well, this is all Real Progression 0. Yeah, it's the Bay Area where Apple is, right? It's the San Francisco Bay Area. I don't think there's many people in Chesapeake Bay Area who are doing computers. I'm gonna stream for probably another 15 minutes. And I'm not really I don't know what I'm doing. Honestly, I'm just talking to you guys. It's not really... apologies that I'm not really doing anything fancy or anything. I'm just flying planes around. There's me. So there's me finally actually getting these contracts complete. Contract complete. Contract complete. There we go. Notepad++. I have to say, Notepad++ right here. Bingo. Yep. I use it for editing save files. Okay, so now what's going to happen is once we get our Apple apps above 20 kilometers, I'm going to disable this. And disable that. So now we're going to go in a ballistic arc. I'm going to break my 20 kilometers and then hopefully get some real speed. I think Scatterer is apparently really good. What I'm trying to do is get it to work with real solar system, and I've had issues with all my visualization and visual enhancement mods. Okay, so I'm gonna dive this thing down. Dive into a dive. Dive, 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 dive. Speed, we want speed, we want speed, we want speed, we want speed. Come on, I'm not gonna get fast enough. I think that other test flight was faster though. Oh well. Yes, back in the old days we did it with sticks and sand, and we had to build our own computer. We had to grind and purify our own silicon and dope it using whatever we could find on the beach. Oh yeah? Well, yes, I guess Scatterer looks cool. What did the update wait, well, could you make a video about how to get started in coding? Yes, but my videos about how to get started in coding would be like how to get started in Kerbal Space Program. It's like, do it! Play it! Yeah, HTML is Turing complete, so you can totally do awesome coding in HTML if you like. Okay, I'm gonna fly this over the thing. Have I thought about streaming something you did EU since I did CK2? I probably not. You know, I just don't have the time to play Europa Universalis, although I own it. As Crusader Kings I like because I could kind of talk about history, and I kind of knew the feudal period of history a whole lot better than the EU era. Okay, let all your memes be dreams, let your dreams be memes. What is your first question when someone asks you to write software? When do you need it? What corners can I cut? No, it's you know, we generally have a meeting to figure out what to do. Will you come live my life for me? Sorry. Okay. Oh, Entomix is playing Crusader Kings right now. So, any incest right now? No. I'm diving this thing down, trying to take it back to the base. Okay, let's do this. Nosedive. It flies really nicely, actually. Yeah, that's right. HTML used to be Turing complete, but before that it would catch fire. Nice. Okay, so now I'm just gonna fly over the thing and slow myself down. Yes. Well, so my favorite... I keep on meaning to make a video about this. So my favorite story about Crusader Kings 2 is really, really disturbing. But, okay. So, I don't know if I've explained this. I was the King of Scotland, right? And I had united Scotland in one of the pagan eras. And, you know, I was doing my business trying to get further, you know, get territory further afield. And then I discovered that one of my courtiers... I basically had the ability to press someone's claim against the Kingdom of Mercia. It turned out that one of my courtiers had married one of the possible heirs to the Kingdom of Mercia. So I thought that would be cool, except the problem is, because of the way it would have worked, if I had pressed the claim, then all that would have happened would be that my courtier would have left my court, and I wouldn't have really got much out of it except for a bit of prestige from winning a war and stuff like that. So what I did was I basically assassinated him, right? So that suddenly she was as free as a bird. The problem was I was still married. So, well, the next thing I had to do was get divorced. And the problem was that pesky Pope would not give me a divorce. So, well, the next step was I had to assassinate my wife. And, of course, that was easy enough. Then I could marry the woman of my dreams because I wanted her for her vast tracts of land. So, yes, we get married. It was a great wedding, and now I can press her claim on the Kingdom of Mercia. And so I do that to take control of it. And now she lives with me, but we both control it. The problem is the Kingdom of Mercia has different rules for succession. So on my side, the kingdoms of Scotland would pass to my son, but the Kingdom of Mercia would pass to her children from her first marriage. So, okay, there's a problem with that. So, I first of all assassinate her sons. Now, this is where it starts to get complicated. Yeah, assassinate her sons and then leave her daughters, and then marry my son to her daughter. Right? So now I have a son that is going to inherit Scotland, and then there's a daughter that will inherit England, and those two get married, and they get married. But the problem is I'm still alive, and so he is still he's still in control. And he apparently doesn't like his wife, even though she is a legitimate hottie, right? So, he starts getting drunk and going to parties and sleeping with other women. So, she becomes really mad at him. So they're not going to produce a child, which is a real problem, because that child will actually be the first child to actually unite Scotland and England. So I have to do something drastic, and what I do, I take seduction as my focus and seduce my daughter-in-law. And eventually, an heir is produced that unites Scotland and England. This is Crusader Kings 2. That was my favourite game ever. And eventually Scotland and England get united through this. Crusader Kings 2 is epic, right? It was all for the good of the England. That is Orion in the background, yes. Okay, so anyway, I should recover this, right? Okay. I don't think I can upload this to YouTube now. This is Crusader Kings 2. I should bring it up for you just so people know. Crusader Kings 2. Crusader Kings 2. There we go. This is the best game ever. It has tons of DLC. This is the only thing. Right? It has so much DLC, and the best time to buy it is to wait until you can get them in a package. And supposedly, if you're a big fan of Europa Universalis, you can convert your saved game to it. And yes, there is a Game of Thrones mod for this. Someone keeps asking for Super Hot. Let's just do this. I get 5 minutes before I'm gonna finish. Let's play some Super Hot. Okay, play this. And
I love Super Hot.
Okay, you want to?
Awesome.
Okay, well let's do that.
It's really fun. I'm super good at it. I got 15 kills.
He over 1,000 years of play. Okay, and play Super Hot. There we go.
Oh, do the endless mode.
Endless mode? We'll do endless mode. That's what we'll do.
Endless mode's really fun.
Endless mode is basically...
Warehouse.
You like the warehouse?
Yeah, it's really fun.
Orion is quite a fan of this game.
Yeah, I
Super
love it.
hot. It never ends. Okay, look, here's a drill.
Put some mods on.
Okay, there's somebody there.
I'm super good at this. Get a katana and slice his bullet.
Oh man, he shot me.
You're so bad.
Okay, over and over again. What is the thing? Why is it going like that?
Oh yeah, it's a mod.
Is it? Okay.
Modification. It's so easy to put mods on this time. Oh yeah, get that. Ooh, look.
Oh!
Oh yeah, that's awesome. Then get the thing and shoot.
Okay, is there any other guys? Okay, he's just running towards me. Katana!
Slice his bullets.
Okay.
Sing. You on red. Oh yeah, you just...
Isn't that awesome? Slice the bullet in half.
Throw it at
There is a house in New Orleans. Oh man.
Killed each other.
I like watching the so I killed him by throwing a TV at him, then I threw a spanner at him, picked up the sword, sliced a bullet in half, and stabbed him with his sword.
And I died by a assault rifle.
He just really, Orion really likes this game. Do you want to show us how you play it?
Oh yeah, I'm super good.
Okay, Orion's gonna play.
Because I'm a noob at this still, and I'm probably really bad.
I brought a katana to a gunfight, but is it set up?
Oh yeah.
Okay, go on.
Guys.
He's gonna play because I think he is super good at this. Although
I practice a lot.
Oh. See, Orion is so awesome at this. I just love it that he has something in his hand and half the time he throws it at the target. Uh-oh, you're out of a weapon here. Oh, he's right there! Oh my god, I'm amazed you survived that. Oh, wow! Kill him! Yes! Take the gun behind you! Oh no, okay. Look, he's so much better than me! Man!
It's really good at throwing millions.
Oh wow, you totally missed there. Oh!
Damn!
Wow!
Okay, how much kills did I get? 12! Yeah, I got 12!
Go on, no, play again, play again.
Okay.
We get 3 minutes. I think Orion is closing out this stream by being a super hot badass. Super hot. Super hot. Although he has turned on the killing throws option. So
Yeah.
basically it makes him even more of a badass because he can kill things just by throwing one thing at them or whatever.
I died that time.
Okay.
2 kills. That's sad.
Okay. Oh, he has the Doge mod. That's what the text is.
It's a dog mod. So bad for this.
There might be a follower meetup in San Francisco. We're working on a thing with the B612 to do like a gaming night, but it will probably be a grown-up 21 and over thing. Oh darn!
Hey, but I only use my hands. That's how far.
Super hot, super hot.
I want to get the TV. I want to vacuum. Yeah.
Are you gonna wait? You're gonna throw a TV? Wait.
throw TV at him? I threw a TV at him.
Yes.
Yay!
There's nothing good on this TV.
I hate this TV. That's why I threw that.
Oh, I shoot him! Grab his assault rifle. No.
I don't want to do.
Oh man.
I'm probably. Yeah, I'm really bad.
So anyway, we're just talking about this possibility. There's no guarantee. We just thought it would be a fun concept.
Hey, that's kind of good. I want to get the TV.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't.
I'm gonna throw a
leave.
keyboard at him.
Okay, you're gonna
this-
hit him.
This thing broke already. I'm gonna break it more because it'd be cool.
Well, I thought you were gonna make some comment about an infinite number of monkeys.
Ooh, what?
Oh man.
Oh, I'm gonna get that crowbar and play it like Half-Life.
I've had beer with a couple of different
I want to get that
fans this week.
crowbar and play it like Half-Life if I like hit people with it.
Okay, come on, you got one last chance. Here's the funny thing: is Orion has pretty much stopped the notion of being super strategic. He's just like, you know, running around and practically not stopping now.
Yeah.
I also noticed that he plays first-person shooters with the controller, whereas I play with the mouse.
Probably because
Oh man, that would be cool if you could do the bullets.
I'm gonna try this keyboard now.
Okay, oh no, I think let's. Okay, hold on. Stop! Hammer time! Hammer time! Oh wow, that. Oh, you lost it. More will come. Where else can you go in this level? I'm curious. Have you ever gone, like, upstairs? Oh, there's a katana there. Let's go. Oh!
Ooh, dang.
Get out of here.
No, I'm not. Ooh, yeah.
Shoot him! Can you go over? Oh. I have a sword. You have a gun. Like, but he still charges, and then you just throw the gun at him instead.
Oh dang! When he's like
Okay.
shooting, I like hit him.
Right, us
and then
8.
you hit
Okay,
him.
I want to explore some other parts of the thing. Okay,
That's like.
we're gonna stop for hammer
Not
time.
really big maps. How about we do level? Because in one of the levels, you get a katana and you'll slice a bullet. Woo!
So what's up this way? This is the end of this level. Oh, he's gonna shoot. Out of ammo!
Yeah, that's why you should throw it.
Oh, there's darts! See, wait, there's darts in the dartboard! I totally have to...
You should get them, because I hit one at them and it's like, darts in your face, son!
Okay, and there's a guy's coming in here.
And then you throw it. Oh, damn, why are you... Oh, damn!
Oh, man, I want to get the darts from the dartboard.
Like, throw it. Because then you can get their stuff and, like, then you
Oh,
get
there...
into cover.
Is there lightning in Livermore? Because we had a rainstorm that flew over. And I was wondering if we were going to get lightning. That's cool because I love lightning. Oh, he's there. Okay, where are they? I want to get one of these darts. This is what I want to do. Where's the bad guy? Oh, there he is! Gonna totally throw the dart at him. Watch this. 180! Okay. I gotta get another dart. Nice! Eric Bristow, eat your heart out! Oh! Oh wow, he's still alive!
The only thing I'm actually really good at when I'm dying is when, like, I die and, like, someone's shooting at me and I get behind them.
Oh, okay, here's a guy with a sword.
Oh, yeah, 14 kills. My best was 15, but
Yeah?
this wasn't the best. Now you're probably going to get 60 and you're going to beat my high score.
Oh, I like how I just chopped that thing out. Oh!
See,
Oh,
I
man!
knew it. Wait, you almost beat my high score. You got the same high score as me.
Okay,
15, you're
okay, we have to end this. We have to end this. But this was actually quite an entertaining talky thing. It wasn't the most amazing gameplay or anything, but I really quite enjoyed. Oh man, this was awesome. I like the darts. Thank you, Coolio. Or Coolo. Orion's high score remains. Yes, Orion has played this a little more than he should have. Good night. Fly safe, everyone. Be cool. And try and turn things off. Wait a second. Oh, it's because it's grabbed my mouse. Bye.